Okay, so here's something wild. I'd bet money that some of you checked the progress bar of this video before I even finished my first sentence. Don't worry, I'm not judging. I do it too. It's 2026, and we've basically turned into a civilization of progress bar checkers. We have the fastest internet in history, AI that generates entire worlds in seconds, and yet, somehow, we feel more rushed, more exhausted, and more behind than ever before. It's the great irony of our time. We've spent billions perfecting time-saving technology, only to end up with zero actual time to live. Think about your morning. You probably scrolled through 200 posts before you even got out of bed? Can you remember even 3 of them? Probably not. That's because your brain was just trying to survive the information collision. We're moving at terminal velocity, but we're not actually going anywhere. We're like a high-performance car on blocks. The wheels are screaming at 200 miles per hour, but we're still just sitting in the garage. Does this resonate with you? Or am I just overthinking my screen time again? Honestly, it feels like we're all trapped on a racetrack we never signed up for. There was a French philosopher named Paul Virilio who saw this coming decades ago. He coined a term called Dromology, the study of speed. Virilio's big idea was that speed isn't just a feature of our world, it's the architect of it. He argued that the logic of the racetrack moved from the stadium into our living rooms and our very brains. But here's the part that really blew my mind, the integral accident. Virilio said that when we invented the shipwreck, when we invented the train, we invented the derailment. So, in 2026, with AI-driven, instant, high-bandwidth everything, what did we simultaneously invent? The truth wreck, a world where misinformation travels at the speed of light as a feature of the system, not a bug. We're so obsessed with delivery speed that we've ignored the fact that we're living in a perpetual state of collision. Everything is happening so fast that we've lost the gap between the event and our perception of it. We don't have time to think anymore. We only have time to react. It's like we're all driving 150 miles per hour in a fog, just hoping we don't hit the wall. You might think, well, if I just get faster tools, I'll finally get that break I deserve. But philosopher Hartmut Rosa says that's a total lie. He calls it social acceleration. And here's the mind-blow moment: your dishwasher didn't actually give you an hour of rest. In the 1950s, you'd wash dishes by hand, and that was it. Today, the dishwasher saves an hour. But because society has accelerated, that hour was immediately filled with the expectation that you answer 50 more emails or finish a side hustle. Technology doesn't save time. It just raises the standard of what you're expected to accomplish. This is the speed paradox. We compress more tasks into the same 24 hours, leading to what Rosa calls a frenzied standstill. You feel like you're sprinting through your life, but your sense of purpose isn't moving an inch. It's existential whiplash. You're busier than your grandparents ever were, yet you probably feel more stuck. Let's be real. When was the last time you sat for 5 minutes without a second screen or a podcast in your ear? It's uncomfortable, right? That's because the system is designed to make stillness feel like a failure. So how do we apply the brakes in 2026 without crashing the car? It's not about becoming a Luddite, it's about building perceptual brakes. First, try the analog buffer. Spend the first 30 minutes of your day at human speed. No screens. Just the physical act of making coffee or looking out a window. Let your brain start at 1x playback. Second, embrace intentional friction. Do one thing a day that is intentionally slow. Read a physical book where you can't CME to find the answer. These aren't just hipster hobbies. They are brain retraining exercises to rebuild your Germani load, the ability to form permanent memories instead of just skimming reality. Finally, move from push to pull data. Turn off every notification that isn't from a human being. Force yourself to pull the information when you are ready, rather than letting the world push its anxiety into your pocket every 30 seconds. It's about reclaiming your right to inhabit your own time, rather than just saving it for some future that never arrives. Here's the final takeaway. Your brain wasn't built for 2x playback. It was built for the resonance of the present moment. Speed doesn't liberate us. It just packs more failure and anxiety into a single day. We spend our lives trying to save time as if it's a currency we can spend later, but time is more like a room. You either inhabit it or you don't. When you speed through a conversation, a meal, or a book, you're not getting it done faster. You're choosing not to live that part of your life. So, what's one thing you tell your past self about this obsession with being fast? I'd love to hear your thoughts. For now, stop checking the progress bar, stop trying to find the good part, and just be in the scene. The video is going to fade to black in a few seconds, and when it does, I want you to just stay in the silence for a moment. Don't click the next video. Just breathe. You've earned it.